This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio. And we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Thursday morning. I hope everyone had a very, very good Veterans Day yesterday. I hope we remember not just yesterday. You've heard me before. Let's remember our brave military heroes every day. They go over, they fight for us, some die for us. And the ones that come back, they're traumatized. You know, you can't see a fellow soldier, Marine, Air Force, Navy, comrade of yours get his head blown off and think the guy's going to come home and be all right, because he's not. So let's don't forget about our veterans today or any day. Let's don't take one day out like these rotten bastard crap bums, good for nothing son of a bitchin' politicians do. They take one day, they shake a couple veterans' hands, and you no good bastards, you no good political bastards. These guys fought, and a lot of them died. Family members died to give us the right to live free, to have a decent life, and you son of a bitches are stealing it every day. Not the public servants. People remember, there's a lot of good elected officials that do for everybody, that do for their community. Those are the true leaders. They are public servants. No, I'm talking about the no-count, rotten, good-for-nothing son of a bitchin' political, parasitical punks that we call politicians. And it just pisses me off. I don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. I'm tired. I'm tired of this crap. Our soldiers die every war, Iraq, Iran, Vietnam, to give us the right to live free, the right to have the opportunity to feed our families and to live a decent life. And these no-count rotten bastards will take 2 or 3 pensions. They'll sit on a job for 30, 40 years, and they'll act like they're somebody. They're pieces of crap. That's all they are. And I'm tired, and I don't give a damn. People don't like it, turn it off, because I don't care. Someone said, hey, Bob, you're pissing some people off. Don't give a damn. I don't give a damn who I piss off, because they pissed me off. And I know they pissed you good people off. I've been out in about the last month or so getting petitions signed for my run for state representative. And these people are tired. The true people of this county, of this country, are tired of you political bastards. You better wise up. But I think it's too late. I think it's entirely too late. Speaking of veterans, you guys heard me talk about Dean Butcher. He called and said that there wasn't any flags at Mount Hope Cemetery, and I promised him by Friday they'd be there. And Dean, I want to tell you, I've got the flags, I've got the ropes, I've got the solar lights so they can be flown. The flags can be flown at night. And I talked with one of Belleville's aldermen, a decent man, Mike Bittner. He contacted the city, and they are supposed to have a lift truck come by the cemetery today and install those flags. There's not much to install them. We just have to get up high to get it over that little wheel so we can put the rope around it. And but they told me it'd be done today. So Dean Butcher and all you veterans, I want to salute you. That's the least we could do. and hopefully they'll be up today. And if not, Dean, I will get a lift truck on Monday, and I'll put it up, probably get arrested. But I'll tell you, if you guys can fight and die for me and my freedoms, I sure the hell can get arrested for putting a couple flags up in Mount Hope. So, Dean Butcher, thank you very much. That situation's going to be taken care of. I want to give my sincere condolences to Village Trustee of Washington Park, Carlene Tucker. She lost her father last Sunday. And you know what? I know the feeling, and it ain't good. It ain't good, but I want to send my sincere condolences, and I want to send my condolences out to everybody that's lost a loved one. I lost my son, and somebody said, you're not supposed to bury your son. That's true, but you're not supposed to you got to bury him. But when you lose a family member, I don't give a damn if it's a son, a daughter, a mother, a father, a sister, or a brother, an aunt or uncle. It's a loss, and it's a great loss. And anybody that's lost a family member, they know what I'm talking about. So, Village Trustee, Washington Park, Carlene Tucker, our sincere condolences on the loss of your father, Charles Garrett. I know it was a great loss. Anytime you lose anybody, it's a loss. Also, on the same note, and not to make light, a friend of mine, Eric Ryan, he's an attorney from Belleville. He said his youngest daughter, Mary, and him had a sad duty this morning. They had to put their 20-year-old cat to sleep, Rufus. Said he was suffering horribly. See, I can't. We'll do that in a little bit. Let's get to our community billboard, and then we'll get back to what. And I want to put a shout out. I want to put a shout out to Tom Marks. He's a retired truck driver for Earl Quirin Trucking, and he listens to the show. And I want to say, Tom, thank you very much for listening. Gene Friedrich, thank you very much for all you're doing for the cause. You're a good friend, and we sincerely appreciate you. An evening of Johnny Cash, starring Bill Furness. He was on the show Tuesday. He's having a CD release at the Bullpen Bar and Grill in New Athens, Illinois. It'll be Saturday, November the 14th. This Saturday, doors open at 6. Show starts at 7 p.m. You can buy tickets at the Bullpen, $20 in advance, $25 a day at the show. For $30 limited reserve seating. For seating or information, you can contact 314-329-8383. The radio station will be there, and I'll tell you, if you like Johnny Cash, you'll get the best Saturday night at the Bullpen with with Bill Furness. Gifts to the Yanks. The 5th Division of the American Legion is sponsoring a fundraiser benefiting the gifts to the Yanks who gave all. It's going to be held at McAllister's Deli, Greenmount Crossing in Shiloh on Sunday, November the 15th from 5 to 8 p.m. A percentage of the sales benefit the veterans at Jefferson Barracks, John Cochran, and other VA facilities, and veterans in the area nursing homes. It says the vets look forward to these Christmas gifts. You help and donate, and it'll be greatly appreciated for any donations to help out these good people so they can take Christmas gifts to all the veterans in the nursing homes and the hospitals. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact Dutch at 618-654-3867. That's 618-654-3867. And Marcia Ziska said that if she needs some help putting up flags at Mount Hope, she'd be more than happy. That's my old friend from the Cahokia Schnooks, and they used to own the old antique house. So, Marcia, thank you very much for your thought to all of our great veterans. Speaking of vets, Post 51 out of Granite City, still having their turkey shoots every Sunday until November the 22nd. The Friends of Hayden's Hope, they're hosting a fundraiser trivia at Harner Park Hall. That's in Lebanon. That's this Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Saturday, November the 14th. There'll be games, raffles, silent auctions. The equipment is for Hayden Ann, a Lebanon 2.5-year-old. She's from Lebanon, 2.5-year-old, born with 30% brain capacity. She's blind and has cerebral palsy. Tickets for 8 are $150. Individuals pay $25. If you people can go out there, please do. And you can call Ann at 618-558-1099 or Jessica at 618-363-4117. And Anna or Jessica, give me a call because I'd like to help out as much as I can. Thank you very much. I'd like to take a table again and donate it back to such a great cause. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling. Please like us on Facebook at KQQZ 1190 AM or our sister station at KZQZ 1430 AM. You can hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m., Monday through Friday. And now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. I've just been handed a few more civic activities. The Staunton, Illinois Sportsman's Club will hold their meat shoot at their club grounds on Sunday, November the 15th, starting at 1 p.m. Proceeds will go to the conservation and outdoor sports programs. For any questions or concerns, you can contact Bozo at 618-635-8337 or 618-315-5061. St. Clair County Lodge 24. They're having their Wort Smart and Country Store. That'll be Sunday, November the 15th, serving a buffet style from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., given by the Masonic organizations of the temple. It'll be held at 225 East A Street in Belleville, Illinois. American Legion Post 1937, their first annual holiday meat raffle will be this Sunday, November the 15th at TR's Place. 4901 Concordia Church Road in Belleville. No guns needed. That's good. Starts at 12 noon. They're going to have meat packages, 50-50 drawings, gift cards. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact Commander Jim Farbus at 618-409-1212. Last but certainly not least, our good friends at the Polish American War Vets, their annual turkey shoot coming up this Sunday, November the 15th. From noon till dusk, they're going to have drawings, cash drawings. They're going to have their famous wheel, whatever the heck that is, but they are a bunch of good guys out at the Polish American War Vets. They're located at 2180 North 81st Street in Kaysville, Illinois. Any questions or concerns, you can contact the great people at 618-398-5040. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this. Eric Ryan, I told you, my buddy who's an attorney, him and his family and youngest daughter, Mary, they lost their cat, Rufus. He was suffering a horrible disease. He said he's as tough as they come, Eric said. He was a survivor until he couldn't survive any longer. He was better than many people we both know, and I guarantee you that's a fact. He was a Ryan family cat. He was adopted by us 18 years ago. And my condolences to the Ryan family. And, you know, my sincere condolences to anybody. If you're a true animal lover, when one of your pets die, that's your family. And you mourn them just as much as you mourn a human being because they are part of your family. But to the Ryan family, I sincerely want to send my deepest condolences. Hey, I got to say, I've got a friend, I'm not going to mention his name. We may tomorrow, the next day. I'm trying to get enough information. This guy has a son who's been in St. Clair County Jail, the St. Clair County Jail, in an 8x8 or 8x10 cell for over 7 years. You hear me, people? 7 years. He's been charged with a crime. There was a mistrial last year. Now the state's attorney wants another continuance. In this great country of ours, aren't we innocent until proven guilty? We don't treat a crazed animal that bad. We don't treat a crazed animal that bad. This gentleman has been in a cell in St. Clair County. When I was in Leavenworth, hell, I got to walk around. I got to walk the track. I got to watch television. I got to live a somewhat, well, not really, but a little bit of a normal life for 18 months. And it was really hell in Leavenworth. This guy has done over 7 years in a 8x12 or however big, may not even be that big. And I just thought I had to bring this up. You know, and he's a black gentleman. Where you at, NAACP? Where are you guys at? I don't give a damn. He's innocent in this great United States of America till proven guilty. How the hell can anybody let a man sit, or a lady, sit in an 8x12 cell? He will become a crazed animal. 7 years, would you want your son, your daughter, your mother, your father sitting in a cell? Hasn't been proven guilty. Has not been proven guilty of a crime. Had a mistrial last year. It'll be 8 or 9 years. This man has suffered enough. This man has suffered enough. And he's a proud black man. And his father's a proud black man. And I don't know if he was guilty of the crime or not. I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. And I'm sure not the executioner. But why? Why would we let a human being suffer like that and live like that? I don't have a dog in the fight. But it's somebody's son. It's somebody's father. And they've been sitting in the St. Clair County Jail for over 7 years. I don't give a damn if you like the guy, if you know the guy or not. It's not right. And for you, Stanley Franklin, the president of the NAACP, and I'm a proud white man, and I'm not fighting for the black community. I fight for what's wrong and what's right. And it's wrong. And Stanley Franklin, you're no more. And I will say this, and I am running for state representative in the 114th district, which encompasses all of East St. Louis, Washington Park, Allerton, Cahokia, a primarily black area. And I say to you good people, I'm not a racist. I fight for what I believe in. I fight for what's right. I do more for the black community than Stanley Franklin, the president of the NAACP, ever thought about doing. And I don't do it because they're black. I do it because they've been mistreated. Not all the time. And I fight for the whites if I think they've been mistreated. And it's not all the time. But when the time comes, it's not white or black. It's wrong or right. And it's wrong. It's wrong what's happening to this gentleman that's been in the St. Clair County Jail. And somebody call me. Tell me how big those cells are. I don't know if they ever get outside. If they get outside, it's 10, 15 minutes a day. Think about it, people. 7 years, in essence, in solitary confinement. The man's not been found guilty of anything. And we talk about Veterans Day. Our veterans die to give us rights. He's innocent. He's presumed innocent until found guilty. And Stanley Franklin, the president of the NAACP in East St. Louis. And I am a proud white man. And I've got a lot of proud black friends. Where the hell are you at? If it was a white guy, I'd expect better treatment. And if I'd expect better treatment if it was a white guy, I sure to hell expect better treatment if it's a black guy. Because it's not a black guy, it's not a white guy, it's a guy. It's a human being. So Stanley Franklin, I'm calling you out. The president of the NAACP. You no-count bastard, you'll take the money from the white skank, Aaron Kern. You'll take $5,000-$10,000 from her and put her on the top of the rung at the NAACP dinner. She don't care about you blacks. I'm going to get the tapes where the black community during one election said, hey, we think Mark Kern is a racist. No, we know he's a racist. We need money, more money. And then a big Democratic leader says, well, we'll get you whatever money you need. They think money's going to buy it'll buy a plantation Negro's vote. You think it's going to buy a proud black person's vote? Hell no. That's disrespectful. But Stanley Franklin, where are you at in this entire situation? And speaking about racism and racist, Joanne Reed, this piece of political crap. A proud black lady has my bumper sticker on her car last week. Joanne Reed comes up to her and says, take that off. That's a white boy. He's a racist. Joanne Reed, I've done more for the black community, you no-count, wig-wearing skank, than you'll ever think about doing. And if I lose votes down below the hill, I just lose them. But I guarantee you, I'll fight harder for the black community. I'll fight harder for the white community. I'm tired of these black bastards. And not the proud black community. I'm talking about these black bastards who want to throw that racism in every chance they get. And it's not the proud black people. We've got racial problems, and we're trying to work them out. But when you get the crazy white Ku Klux Klan, or you get ignorant son of a bitches like this Joanne Reed, who's going to throw out a statement, hey, he's white, he's a racist. You ignorant bitch. And I wasn't going to say bitch, but I got to call you a bitch. You know, Joanne Reed was accused of official misconduct after allegedly using a Village credit card to buy food for her and her relatives. Now, you don't think that's bad for the black community when you were elected the mayor of Allerton and have been accused of official misconduct? We're going to find out. I think you pled out on that. But you were accused of using a Village credit card in a poor, impoverished community like Allerton to buy food for yourself and your relatives, and you're going to call me a racist? I don't take anything away from the black community. I give to the black community. But you're going to tell that lady to take the bumper sticker off because I'm a racist? You can use that term all you want, Joanne Reed. You're the racist. You're the one that gives a damn less. You're the one that gives a damn less about the black community. You exploited the black community when you were the mayor of Allerton. And then another. Then she gets busted for she gets 2 years probation, 60 hours of community service, pled guilty in St. Clair County Court to bringing contraband into a penal institution. Isn't this something? This is Joanne Reed, the skank that's calling me a racist. I've never taken a credit card from an impoverished community, a black community of Allerton, and bought my friends and my family and myself food with the city credit card. You have, Joanne Reed. Joanne Reed, you're the one that pled out to taking contraband inside a penal institution. And you used to work for Sheriff Merle Justice. And how many other times were you suspended, Joanne Reed? And you're going to call me a racist? But now Joanne Reed is with her element. They tell me she's making $40,000, $50,000 a year in Cahokia. Curtis McCall has put her to work. You've got a lot of qualifications. And I think everybody that does wrong, and we all do, deserves a second chance. But Joanne, you've had a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth chance. You ought to take some of that money. You should have took that credit card from Allerton instead of buying food and bought you a decent wig. Is what you should have done. It's embarrassing. I thought I had bad hair. Me, you, and Donald Trump, we all three have bad hair, but you be number one. Joanne Reed going to call me a racist because I'm against her. I'm against the culture of corruption that she's been part of for 20, 30 years. So Joanne Reed, continue to call me a racist. You can call me whatever you want. I've helped the black community from Washington Park to Cahokia to East St. Louis into Belleville. And I've helped the white community. Don't want to talk about it, but I'll be damned when somebody says a racist. I've given more money to the black community than you've probably, well, I won't say that maybe you mismanaged, if you know what I mean. So Joanne Reed, I wish you would take that wig and rearrange it to put on the front of your face instead of the top of your head, and keep that big, greasy mouth shut unless you know what you're talking about. And I would ask the proud black community, and I mean this seriously, it pisses me off. Don't let some plantation Negro who steps and fetches for God Sprague, and she's stepping and fetching, so is a Curtis McCall, so are all these son of a bitches stepping and fetching and fetching and stepping. Are you nuts? But then they're going to say, hey, that's a white guy, he's a racist. I'm far from being a racist. I donated $50,000 to Lewis Reed, the president of the St. Louis Board of Aldermen, when he ran against Mayor Slay, a white guy. The white guy who's a piece of crap. And I'm a proud white man. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. I donated $50,000 to Lewis Reed, the president of the St. Louis Board of Aldermen, when he ran against the white guy. I've donated money to Amika. You know that. Amika Jackson, you stinker Hicks. I donated $35,000 of my money, not political money, because I thought she was going to be right. I thought she was with the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. I thought she was going to fight for what she believed in. But the skank did a double back flip as soon as she got elected. So Joanne Reed, don't say I'm a racist. A white racist doesn't give a black candidate. And I wanted nothing out of it other than for her to do right by the people of East St. Louis. I see, Joanne, I'm a racist. I'm walking with the pickets in East St. Louis, primarily black, the black teachers. I'm a racist, and I'm down there defending and fighting for the East St. Louis Police Department, the East St. Louis Fire Department. I don't see you nowhere around. I see you out there with your money-grubbing hands out in Cahokia doing a job that I know you're not qualified for. So don't call me a racist, you plantation Negro. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio. I'm a pissed off Grim Reaper, but I'm still the Grim Reaper, but I'm pissed off. Joanne Reed, kiss my white, very stinky, greasy, wrinkled ass. And you're listening to the all-new KQQZ, 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ, 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. I was just handed another community bulletin board. They're having a Relay for Life that raises money for the American Cancer Society. They're having over 20 vendors will be out at their quarterly auction this Friday, November the 13th, and it'll be held at the Muscuda Moose Lodge. The event will be held this Friday at the Muscuda Moose Lodge, November the 13th. Doors open at 6 a.m. Auction starts at 7. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call Robin Yarber, a nice lady, at 618-779-2603. That's a Relay for Life. They're trying to raise money for the American Cancer Society, and they're having their vendor quarterly auction this Friday night to raise money. So they have over 20 vendors, so if you guys can make it out to the beautiful town of Muscuda this Friday, November the 13th at the Muscuda Moose Lodge, please do. I was out there last week for their WortSmart, and I want to say again, thanks to the great people of Muscuda. Had a great reception. People were awful nice, even though they didn't have to be, they were. And I want to tell you, I sincerely appreciate that, and I wish you all the best out in Muscuda. I appreciate all the emails, and we get a stack every day from taxpayer. He or she writes about Brad Joseph, about 30 of them putting some money together and getting a car for this gal, which was awful nice. I don't know if it should have been front page, top fold, but that's how the News Democrat goes. Also, had another one about Patty Sprague. They're talking about the auditor in St. Clair County, about the audit, and here it is right here. They had an audit. St. Clair County Auditor Patty Sprague referred questions to County Finance Analyst Sue Schmidt, who works in the county administration. Well, hey, you idiot, Patty Roly-Poly Sprague, the wife, the dear wife of God Sprague, that no-count piece of crap, that non-personality bastard. And I said that, God Sprague. Everybody in East St. Louis, all the politicians are afraid of you. You're a nobody. It's perceived that you're smart and you're intelligent, and you're neither. It's perceived that you have a lot of power, and you only have power because everybody gives it to you. If the people below the hill had come up and grabbed that power from you, Sprague, you'd be running your ass down to one of your $1 million houses in Florida, and you're about ready to go there anyway. But people that don't like God Sprague, remember, his wife's coming up for re-election, Roly-Poly Patty Sprague. So everybody that's been screwed by Bob Sprague, see, he knows he can't win an election. He knows how bad he's hated in St. Clair County. He's somewhat politically feared, I don't know why. I don't politically fear him or no man, especially you no-count son of a bitch, or Kern, you no-count son of a bitch, or Bear Civic, you no-count son of a bitch. But why does the auditor have to refer any questions to the county financial analyst? Let's make the county financial analyst, Sue Schmidt, let's make her the auditor. Can't sit on your ass just because your last name's Sprague. But see, people, you fall for that crap year in and year out. Hopefully, in 2016, you won't fall for it. Anonymous, appreciate your email. Says, can you explain the history of that skinny twerp's nickname, God Sprague? Yeah, Anonymous, it's because he thinks he's God. People bow down to him for no reason. She says, it doesn't look to me like he has any power. And he doesn't have any power. Said, I watched him on a video sitting there while the lone wolf, Jerry Nichols, was arrested. Maybe his nickname should be Viagra Sprague because of the obvious needs. I can't go there. It says, you must refer to him as eunuch because he obviously has no balls to let the punk mayor do whatever he wants. Says calling him God is so disrespectful. And, we may have to come up with a new name because if there is a God, and I'm getting closer to believe that maybe there is, that's really disrespectful. So we're going to have to come up with a different name for Mr. Sprague, Mr. Personality. It says, but it's funny that all the Democrats, the St. Clair County Democrats, worship this no-count bastard. And this is Anonymous saying this, not me, but I agree with her. I can't say that since they are all in need a lot of. I can't say that either. So, but I appreciate any and all emails. We'll try to get to all of them. And Terry from Staunton, Terry Rizza says, hey Bob, the bozo referred to in the Staunton Sportsman Club meat shoot isn't Sweet Cakes. He's one of the good guys. Love your show and try to listen daily. Keep fighting the fight. So Terry and you guys up in Staunton, thank you guys for listening. Sub Dave, 1970, says he listens all the time, picks it up on his iPhone. I hope everybody does. And Joanne Reed, I honestly think you should be arrested for wearing that nappy, nasty wig you wear. So, bitch, give me a call. 394-1190. And I had someone say, Bob, the ladies are going to get mad. I'm not calling. The bitch is not a noun. It's an adjective. Guys are bitches. Women are bitches. If they're bitches, they're just bitches. So I'm not casting bad light on the nice ladies, the pretty ladies of this world. I love women. But some of these women, some of these men, they just bitch. They moan. That's what I call them, bitches. There can be female bitches and boy bitches. There can be all kind of bitches. But I am running for state rep, and I've had 2 or 3 people, Bob, you better tone it down. I said, why the hell would I want to tone it down? I am who I am. I do what I do. If I start toning it down to get a vote, then I'm a sellout. I'm just as bad as the bastards that are in office. And I know I'm going to lose some votes. But what I'm not going to lose is my integrity. You hear me? I'll not get a vote if I have to sell my integrity, if I have to sell my principles. I don't have a lot of morals now, but I've got principles. And I do have integrity, and I'll be damned if I get... I may not even vote for myself at the end of the day. I may get the only candidate with no votes, but I don't care. If you elect me to state representative, I'll go up there and I'll fight as hard up in Springfield as I fight on this air every day. I'm not fighting for the politicians. I'm not going to vote Democrat. I'm not going to vote Republican. I'm going to vote what's good for my people in the 114th legislative district of this once great state of Illinois. I'm not going to kiss anybody's ass. If you think I'm going to kiss your ass for a vote, kiss my ass. Now, do you want somebody that's going to kiss your ass and steal all your money? Or somebody that's going to fight hard, stand, be a man, and try to bring money back to the community? Try to get you people the respect that you deserve. That's what's wrong, people. These politicians come and kiss everybody's ass a week before the election, and then you go out and vote for them. And for the next 4 years, you suffer. This is not a personality contest, because if it was, I wouldn't be running, because I don't have much of a personality. It's definitely not a looks contest, because you've seen me. People around have seen me. And I'm not the best looking guy in town. But I'll tell you what I am. I'm the fightingest son of a bitch you'll ever have on your side. When a guy goes to war, do you say, hey, his hair ain't combed. Hey, he's missing 2 teeth. Hey, he smells a little bit. No, you want somebody that's going to get out there in the war and fight for you and fight for your friends, fight for your families. Don't worry about, hey, this guy, sit down and talk to him. Don't have much of a personality, that Navy SEAL, but guess what? He killed Osama bin Laden. I give a damn if he's got a personality. Hell no. I don't give a damn if he's got a personality. I give a damn if he's going to do the job. Don't ever kiss my ass when you fix my car. Don't kiss my ass and then have the engine blow up on me. Call me a no good son of a bitch and fix my engine. I'll be a happy camper. That's what we need, people. We need honesty in government. And we're not getting it. We're not getting it. Where else am I going to go? I'm so damn pissed. I don't know where the hell I'm at here. Okay, we got that. We got that. Somebody said, call Ray Coleman the parasite. Ray Coleman, you're out there in Washington Park making $60,000, $70,000 a year. And he's actually got the people in Washington Park buffaloed, okey-fadoked. I'm not going to run for this position. I don't want to make my friend Mike Madigan. Mike Madigan don't even know you, just like Obama don't know you. You've got those poor people in Washington Park fooled. He took $6,000 to $8,000 out of the campaign fund for consulting fees when Ann Rogers ran for mayor. He didn't do that to help her. He did that because that was his job as a consultant. He goes to Washington Park an hour or two a day, gets $70,000 because he's a consultant. You know, Ray the Parasite Coleman, I would call you that, but then I'd have to apologize to all the parasites because they're not even as bad as you are, you no-count rotten bastards. And see, people, you got to understand, we got to stand for something or we'll fall for anything. Now I see in the paper, robbery at the convenience store, a break-in, a home invasion in Belleville, in Maximus Vaginas. He was there yesterday. You saw him, but I tell you what, he wasn't real patriotic. He had his flower shop open. Anything for $1. I guess would you have 2-for-1 Veterans Day special, you idiot? To remember our fallen heroes, you're going to make money at the backs of our fallen heroes. You're going to be open Veterans Day, your flower shop. But you knew there'd be people downtown. What an egregious, no-count piece of crap you are. Mayor of Belleville, Mark Pussy Boy, also known as Maximus Vaginas Eckert. What a total piece of crap you are to tell people that it's safe in Belleville. You've heard me before. I'd rather lose a vote if I was the mayor than lose a life. I would say it's not safe. But these politically correct bastards, they always take care of themselves, but they never take care of us. Hey, Roger Cook just walked in. My good friend Roger Cook, ex-mayor of Belleville. Roger, go ahead and sit down. We'll be with Roger momentarily. Stick around and we'll see what's going on in Mr. Cook's world right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Don't want to forget November the 14th from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. at St. John's, Summerfield. Their pancake breakfast, all-you-can-eat pancakes. That's out in the great great village of Summerfield, St. John. So if you guys could make it out there on the 14th, please do. And one last thing before we talk to Roger. Saw in the editorial, and I want to salute you, Marvin Spath. He's an ex-Vietnam veteran. This guy in New Baden, the New Baden Village Cemetery, cleaned 663 headstones by hand with a wire brush. He removed 1,000 cubic yards of dirt and replaced it with 24-inch concrete ribbons so he could set the headstones straight and keep them safe for mowers. He put in a stone entrance pass and lights. Now this is Marvin Spath, who is a Vietnam veteran, and he's doing that. I salute you, Marvin, but why weren't we as a community doing that? Here's a guy that fought to keep us safe. Now he's out there doing extra work by hand. Cleaned 663 headstones by hand with a wire brush. Anybody knows Marvin, I'd like for him to call or come into the station. I'd like to shake the hand of a great man, and I'd like to talk to him. He built a 20-foot tower bearing the names of his buddies. What a great guy. Marvin's motto is service is a do-it-yourself job. And Marvin, sometimes around these politicians, I believe you're right. But I want to salute all the veterans, past, present, and future. But I sincerely want to put a special salute out to Marvin Spath from New Baden for going over and above the call of duty. We salute you, Marvin, for a job very, very well done. With me, our good friend, the co-chairman and founder of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, Mr. Roger Cook. Roger, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good, Bob. It seems like you're a little bit on fire today.
Well, somebody stole my medication, but even without my medication, Roger, I know you're a proud American. I know you are. I've heard you out talking at different speeches. You believe in the First Amendment. You believe in the freedoms that our brave military have fought to give us. But St. Clair County, I mean, where did they lose track? Where did Sprague and Kern and Barra Civic and Stone and all these bastards, when did they get off track and forget that St. Clair County is in this great United States of America, and we all should have the opportunity to live good and to live free? When did they throw that out the window, you think?
Bob, let me say first, I think I'm, like every other American, the luckiest people in the world. We live in the greatest country that's ever been formed. As a young man growing up, I can tell you it was tough. It was tough. And I always wondered, how am I going to make something out of myself? And I got lucky with athletics that got me out of that situation. But it was because if you work hard, you can do anything in the world you want. And we need to lift people up. In politics, you want to talk about St. Clair County? St. Clair County, they've ruled this county for, 40?
At least 40
years.
Yeah.
One-party rule is no good. If it was Republicans running this county for 40 years, I'd be running as a Democrat against them to bust this up. You need a check and balance in government. When they had the party bosses have a monopoly on your government, they can do what's good for them and not the people. It silences the voice of us, and we all have had enough. And in 2016, we put a great slate of candidates. I'm going to be out working for them today. I'm going to be down in Cahokia supporting our good friends, the Patriots, the Warriors down there,
right?
That have a lot of bad things going on. I'm going to go to that a special council meeting, and then get out and circulate petitions for our candidates.
Roger, it's a shame. It's a shame that we don't have a two-party system in St. Clair County. And here's what I'll make the analogy. I talk about the brave military heroes. Nobody thinks about the military heroes until there's a 9/11 until there's an attack on our country. And then the military are the best things going. That's just like in a two-party system. If you have a two-party system, both sides have to come out and they have to do something for the community to get their vote. But when there's only a one-party system like there's been in St. Clair County, the democratic culture of corruption, these politicians don't have to come down and talk to you. They don't have to come down and do anything for you. because you don't have a choice but to vote for those son of a bitches. And I think with you and Carl Officer, me and the entire St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, I think people now in St. Clair County have a viable alternative. You guys and we've together united Democrats, Republicans, independents, men, women, black and white. And we're going to put all parties, all races, all religions together, and we're going to fight the fight to get rid of the culture of corruption. And, Roger, I think if we can motivate the people who became apathetic because they've been beat down so far by this St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption, if we can get the people out all throughout St. Clair County, whatever they steal down in East St. Louis is not going to be enough.
Well, I talk a lot to people on the street. Everybody's upset at what's going on in the county for all these years. What can we do? How do we stop it? Well, we built a path to victory. We've got friends and we built relationships for almost the last year since the last election.
Right.
We're tired of getting our election stole. We're tired of being misrepresented, and we're tired of everything that's going on in the county. And we have got to change it, and it's up to the people. We've done our work, and we're going to be out there in full force. We're going to say, hey, you know somebody that doesn't vote because they don't think we have a chance? Well, this time we do. Get them out and vote. If you're not registered, register to vote, and no matter how many votes they steal, and we're going to work on that. We're going to work on, as we have in the past, exposing it, but we're going to work on stopping it. And with your help, no matter what they do, we'll beat them.
We will beat them. Very well said, Mr. Roger Cook, co-chairman of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. We're about out of time. Come on back tomorrow, people, but let's remember, today is not Veterans Day, but we're here alive. We're here free because of the veterans. So for me, every day is Veterans Day because I honor our country, our military heroes. I will not honor a politician who has screwed this great country. Will not do that. I'll honor the public servants. But at the end of the day, remember, our veterans are why we're here, safe, free, and sometimes prosperous. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. We're going to fight the fight. It is deja vu, because every day's like every day until we make it better. You want to be in the bottom of the barrel day in and day out? A lot of us have been there. A lot of us don't want to go back. A lot of us have the opportunity to lend a helping hand, but you have to raise your hand up to have somebody help pull you up. And that's what we ask everybody in St. Clair County, throughout this state, throughout this country. If you want to be helped, put your hand out. We'll help you. We'll pull you up. We'll fight together. We'll get rid of this culture of corruption. We'll get rid of this culture of corruption that's been a cancer in St. Clair County for 40, 50 years. We can't cure it, but we can stop it. We can maintain it. And together, if we unite, if we continue to expose these no-count political parasitical punks that we call politicians, continue to expose them together, we can take them to the edge of the cliff and we can shove them over and destroy them. Destroy them? Politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
The Patriot.
Your First Amendment and All-American Station. A division of Insane Broadcasting. Renegade Radio.
KQQZ, St. Louis.